Another wild day on Wall Street as investors digest President Trump's new tariffs. The Dow Jones down nearly 1% today after being in the green earlier in the day. The Dow is now down more than 15% from February, getting close to a bear market, which would be a 20% drop from the high. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ fared slightly better today. Both saw some pretty wild swings, though, fueled by concerns surrounding President Trump's tariff plans. And this uncertainty around these tariffs is being felt well beyond the stock market.
Yeah, several local businesses, in fact, are sharing new concerns that these tariffs could have major impacts on their bottom lines. New here at 5, Alexis Soto's sharing what products will soon cost you more. She's live in Richmond Heights after hearing from some local shops about the impacts they could feel.
Sam, Corey, there are a lot of local businesses that are going to be impacted by President Donald Trump's tariffs, including your local wine stores. Some of your favorite Italian and French wines, they're going to become more expensive, and you are going to pay the price. The first weeks of business for newly opened Past the Past coffee shop have been great.
The neighborhood's been very supportive. People are coming out from all over St. Louis.
But the impending tariffs are causing a major concern for the Central West End cafe owners.
For us, the biggest concern right now is the 10% on Colombia and Ethiopia because coffee doesn't grow in the United States.
Right now, they're trying to figure out how to absorb the increase before passing it on to their new customers.
Coffee is already at an all-time high. So it would be really uncomfortable for us to raise prices.
It's a concern at Parker's Table in Richmond Heights as well.
We've actually walked through the store and marked all of the items.
They found almost everything in the wine and specialty goods shop will see an increase.
Anywhere from 20 to 30% increases on a lot of things.
Right here.
The wedding industry is another that will face major price increases. More than 80% of bridal dresses are made in China. But everything from decor to flowers will rise in price.
Most of our flowers that we use for weddings aren't grown here. They have to be grown at the equator or south of the equator because of the climate.
Kate Turner owns a St. Louis luxury event and wedding planning business. She says the best thing couples can do is communicate with vendors.
It's really hard to determine your budget because this is a moving target.
The unknown of the tariffs and how it will impact spending overall is the scariest part for many local businesses.
We know that sales will go down in general just because as people have to spend a larger percentage of their income on everything, they're going to have less money to spend on the fun things in life.
So I talked to one bridal shop today who said they already saw those tariffs impacted and started this weekend, which caused some dresses to rise hundreds of dollars. Meanwhile, here at Parker's Table, none of the stock in store right now is going to increase, but they said in the next 6 to 8 weeks, that is when you could start seeing price increases. Reporting live in Richmond Heights, Alexis Sotos, First Alert 4.
Might be a good